Okay. You must lose balance in the double. The Sheikhadish Basham Dover, that was just the other you could do it. Not unless it's actually proper to do this to make this all those prayers that he missed. Even for the ones that are not close to it, you do it with a double. I'm from Megadim looking at Megadim. She's going to talk. She asked me, "Yom, it's good so you should stipulate and say." Imani Kai will spell have his Kovasi if I'm obligated to pray this for my obligation and love have his zuka in the double plan for an double. Is that Yatsi they call a day of this year to all the opinions. She is common day of which is so many opinions hold she is the sum in the tefillah. I feel a common tefillah shabbat. Even there is many opinions hold there's um a repayment for prayers even after many prayers which have passed. Okay. Overall, Yom Lo Isbal, most of you passed the whole day and didn't pray. Most of them, there's no repayment claim instrument for that. Mishnah Berurah says, the Hilchi Yikra Karbonos, the Kavar over Isman, most of the how could it be the Karbonos and Muslims already passed. Hazy was found to be if he was Mason and didn't read didn't say one of the prayers. England Tishlumen, this is back in Shlomo, there's no Tishlumen. I feel it feels a smukula even with the prayer which is next to it. Vim Ratzal, the Ispalos, and Nadav, who wants you can pray it for Nadava. Then it's our Chiddushim Ispalos, and it's feel a smukula. You don't need a Chiddush for praying with the one next to it. Hazen was amazing. Misha Ball, the basic, and that's when it comes to Shom. This is from the Magen Avraham. Some Clavers next to Marv. His fall Lavers and Braid Marv, Bod Yumi Bod Yom on the day. But I know his fall Milk, the Stod and Braid Milk. After Shalach and Fila Shalot the Hogan, even though the Fila he didn't do proper. Shahayla, his fall, Fila Shmonas, he should have prayed Shmonas, his shame, Benso. He should have prayed for Mensa. Bochak Hamas fell in Marv, so the congregation was praying Marv. And make a Malcolm Inland the most of the hazy, so you can't compare this to being amazed. Below is found in pray. Given Shaddai law offers man a mental since the time for mental still hasn't passed. Often here to limit to want to say she absolutely spelled and feels a mental. It's not possible for him to say mental right now, both to show at that moment. Given Shagabar also allowed he already made it night and feel the service was praying Meyer. Because Malcolm Loya Ella Vishtarim still would only be like a 2 marks. Vashnia Lishlume mental and the second would be for the repayment of mental. Bim who Rosh Chodesh, and if it's Rosh Chodesh, Yaska Yalav Yavu Gab Mishneh, you should mention Yalav Yavu even in the second one. Kim Chigabar, Kim Alone, Rosh Chodesh is already accepted about him, Rosh Chodesh. Masha his Kibo Yalav Yavu when he mentions Yalav Yavu. What then in Aram came to Shabbos, same thing would be if this happened on Shabbos. This is one of the Prima Gods. If Spal Shnia, Gam Kain Shal Shabbos, you should pray the second one also on Shabbos. How can you be doing on the devil on Shabbos? I mean, this is a smuchel, this is a slumen. From the Prima God. Close to the Quran, right? Dimlo Hiski Rishoni Alaviyav. We didn't mention in the first one Alaviyav, it's going to dog them revolve in the Sharia for him. Gambish Nilo Yanski, even in the second one, he shouldn't mention Alaviyav. Given to who Adain Yom, since it's still day, it's interesting. Just don't say it. And it's going to dog them revolve in the Sharia for him. Actually, no, the kid, my mom says this Dim Hayala Elan, because if it was night, Hayamutala Yalaviyav. In the Chavim Beferish Shlomo, if you want to say Yalav if you intend specifically for repayment prayer, we could look on to say later on. Misha is followed with Malcolm Shahayel Royally, the stopping, so one afraid in the place where you're stopping to be, he should have been worried about there was excrement there. And so when I found out there was excrement, the move of Leil was 79 above the Sarah Kaz of the spell. We proved earlier that 79 above, you do have to go back and repray. Levi Shapasha Shahayel because he was Moshe and he should have searched. Who was in the Boshe of Mazid Mikri, that's simply called the Boshe, and it's also called the Mazid, lenient them to this. The MBA Shematzah, that is the time when you found it, there are other Zman of fields already past the time of prayer. There's no repayment after this. If it ain't Torah Kodesh, you wouldn't need a Kodesh if you're saying this with this Nadav of immediately closed prayer. Oh, sorry, before that was for the, from the Prima Kodesh and the Prima God, and the Sharchonim. You wouldn't need a Kodesh. Rabach or Grab Hoska, the Torah Kodesh, and the Bach and the Grab Kodesh rule that you do need a Kodesh if you're doing it with Mezid, and you're trying to do it as a Shlomo. Mishlo Espal Bo Shishlo Zman, the one who prays when there's still time. He didn't pray while there's still time. Because he thought there will still be time for him. Also again, so he finishes out whatever thing he's dealing with. Shu Misaki, which he's dealing with. In the meantime, then the time passed. Somebody some trouble with the needs of his money. They shouldn't come to a loss. And then through this he lost davening. Someone is drunk who is bound and pray. All of them are considered not only sin you have repayment prayers. I have to moment still, however, the chatilo, you shouldn't let the time for prayer pass just because you're going to lose some money. This is the Trumas Hadash and Simon Hay. Okay, also is that dealing with and it's going to be similar on Rislam Beis. The dealing with something which is said in Rislam Beis. The Isser Mishagiyah Matfila was also to do once his time of prayer started, so he was doing it for Isser. From the Prima Gun and the Graz. Blue Hiskel basic Isser, and he started this dealing with Isser. Even Shalom Bitul and Tefillah B'Shan Never, since he didn't get rid of the prayer with just fleetingly, just, yeah. Elohai Soverly Spal, and he thought he could daven after Shigmo Yisik B'Shach, and he thought he could pray after he finishes that dealing with, and he forgot afterwards. Slowly, Yabali shouldn't come. 2. Similarly, if there's trouble to inquire with them, going to buy, to sell, so also value they can offers monthly, and through this time of prayer passed. This from the Chayazim. The Berura says, the same Yishaya, the day hafted. Him ain't borrow his, if it's not a clear hafted, so he was trouble with his money, and then he lost his prayer. It wasn't clear hafted. The only time in Pasuk to have B'Shay, that's considered B'Shay, then if he skipped prayer. Daily Rabbi cost to do shogig, daily Rabbi says, still called shogig. Him can't have a suffix, therefore it's a suffix in here, these follow the Islam, seems he should pray, and he should make a stipulation that this is from obligated. Oh, Yamani Sayab Harizud with this Lukobasi. If I'm obligated, it's for my Kova. Well, Imlab Harizun Adam, if not, this is for a Harhun Adam, this is an Adam. So in the Prima Gadem. Emil Lechafila, however, Lechafila, you shouldn't let the time of prayer pass. The Yapshid de Bioser Mikodesh, Nichomish, the Chatzavein, Mechoyev, the more than a fifth of his property is not obligated to give. And for prayer, and he could skip prayer for that, if you don't lose that much. Some sort of fire or something, and he's got to get rid of it. And the fifth of his property is going to get burned up, then possibly you could skip prayer. Tavlo Isfal Mincha Be'erev Shabbos. Tavlo Isfal Mincha Be'erev Shabbos. Someone who made a mistake and didn't pray Mincha on Erev Shabbos. Mitzvah Irish time, he prays 2 marbs. So Shabbos, it takes 2 marbs of Shabbos. Harishon was Irish, the first one's for marb, the second one is for the repayment. Hagav, who was in him lo Isfal Mincha Erev Rosh Chodesh, then we didn't pray Mincha on the Erev Rosh Chodesh, Isfal Shtel, and Chodesh time to Rosh Chodeshes. Ve'imlo, he's Kiryal the Yavu Rishon. If you didn't mention Yavu in the first one, B'Shnei Tzarech Chaz in the spell, and the second one you have to go back and repray. Avol Imlo. Sorry, if you didn't mention in the first one, but Hizki B'Shnei, you mentioned the second one. Tzarech Chaz in the spell, you have to repray. Abu Imlo Hiski B'Shteim, if you don't mention in both of them, Bo Hiski B'Shon, Below Hiski Below B'Shneim, but you mention the first one, not in the second one, Ain't Zerah Chaz, you wouldn't have to go back. This one, the 12 ball question, Masha, who's called the Shomer Shkodesh time. This one, the Kobo, except from what we said about the Shomer Shkodesh time. That's not in the Kobo. So Shabbos. Obviously, it's a Shlomo Shachal, even though it's coming for a replacement of a weekday, we still do two Shabbos. Because Malcolm Kibbutz Shabbos for Shabbos is now on Shabbos. It's Baal Osakam Kin Shal Shabbos. Play this one also of Shabbos. Vim Tov is Baal Shnir Shachol. If you made a mistake, you prayed the second one of the goal. Potem is Baal your Potem from praying. So this one the Bri Chodesh and Chayadim is Afkaim, Sharfon, the other phone, and both the Taz, not the Taz. Vim Hiktim Bezer Shachol, the Shal Shabbos. If you do this in first do the goal and then you do the Shabbos, well, you have to go Yam, you won't be able to put it to everyone. This from the Chayadim. Shahari in Nika Shekdim was the Shlumin, because it's recognizable you did first the Shlumin one before you started the time for praying by praying the Chayadim. Ima Daini Yom Gadol, if the day is still, it's early in the day. El Shekiba Shabbos, the Mizmah Shabbat, you accept the Shabbos as Mizmah Share. Go. Over Baruch where you said Baruch. Well, he's following the nine we still haven't said prayed Mincha. The Mivor the Kam Besim Rish Samach Gimel that was clear later on Rish Samach Gimel that's love the Spal Avish time we should do pray two Mars. Look at Kila. So if it's Spal time Shal Shabbos, look you have to do two of Shabbos. But we show them the Shem Marvis in the first one for the Marv Shem Lashem to Shlumi Mincha, and the second one for the sake of payment of Mincha. But you have in Mispal we show the Shem Mincha. If you did pray the person for Mincha. Now, people in Mispal also shall call you compared to the whole prayer. After the Yot is possible, the Yot it's probably well you would be Yotze. However, that Nadayin Yom, since it's really still day, maybe it could be say that's really mental. This is from the Prima Gon Lakam Besim Reish Lamed Gimel. Ayin Sham Vatiku Sham the Shem Kiveger. It's copied over there in the Kiveger. Ayin Sham hate to look there. Shtaim, these are two Rosh Chodeshes. B'chein Baskal Magen Ram Shem Magen Ram surpassed into the Chaim B'chayadim B'sharafonim the other Chonim. The law ke Halavush, not like the Lavush. Messiadim and his supporters. So in the intro of Hansel Machine, Rosh Chodesh, not to mention the second one, Rosh Chodesh. Mishlo is Fal Arvis Rosh Chodesh. One of them pray Marvin Rosh Chodesh. His Fal Shachos time is praying two Shachos. Well, his kid B'Shnei Yalav Yalav doesn't mention the second Yalav Yalav, and so because of the Fal, he wouldn't have to go back and repray if his Tashlumin one didn't have Yalav Yalav. This one the Pri Chodesh, Chayadim, Magen Giburim, the local Magen Ram, not like the Magen Ram, claiming his Kimah Chaim after the Tamaka. Some of their Chaim agrees except for a different reason. I shall look there. Given that people in Hayim Isbalam, Arvis Kufa, Bishafim, thousands would be even be praying by Marv itself, which this is a replacement for, and he forgot it wouldn't have to repeat. In Cain, Loya Chamra Tashlum and Ilu Isbal Bisman is no better the replacements if you played it on its time. V'chein in Tavilo Isbal Mincha Rosh Chodesh, if you made a mistake in pray Mincha on Rosh Chodesh. This is from the Pre-Chodesh and Sharafonim. Rosh Chodesh Hu Hashem Shnei Yalim, and Rosh Chodesh is 2 days. Mitzvah Arvis Shtaim, we're doing 2 Mars. V'Shnei Hu Tashlum Meishal Shmincha. The second one is for the replacement of the Mincha. Afilu Hiskavar Rosh Chodesh, if you don't mention Rosh Chodesh, Ain't Tzorach Chaz, you don't have to repeat. Even the Afilu the Ikar Tefillah, since even the main prayer, the Arvis of Mars, Ain't Tzorach Chaz, the Bishvil Yalav Yalav, you wouldn't have to repeat because of Yalav Yalav. Okabakom Mashu Nachshu Tashlumin, for sure now, which is just for Tashlumin, that it's not going to be as strict as the main one, and you wouldn't have to repeat. Tzorach Chazer, you would have to repeat if it's the first one, no Yalav Yalav, the second one, yes Yalav Yalav, because you're showing that that's the wrong, the second one's not Tashlumin. The Vizash Lo Hisku Rishon, this one he didn't mention the first one. All he died in his Gavin Vizil Hashem Tashlum. It's revealed in his thoughts that he intends for this for Tashlum. And Shal Arv of Marv, Shal Rosh Chodesh, Shal Erev of the afternoon, Shal Rosh Chodesh, Shal Erev Rosh Chodesh. The Havi Chol, which was the whole day, that's why he didn't mention it. The Gemara before B'tzil Sim and the Im Hikdim the Tashlum and Shal Chol Lo Yatzim. I've already mentioned earlier in the beginning of the Sim that if you put first the Tashlum before the Chol one, then you're not Yotzei. The Kumoshe, the Havdalah, just like Havdalah, is if Shach which is after, and then which is after this. How can you ask if it follows the Tefillah if you repray that prayer? The Hain is Dafkish is the Shlumin, Ba Machos, Tefillah, She'en, Shal, Rosh Chodesh. Only when this, specifically when this prayer doesn't come. When the Hashlomin is coming because of the prayer which is not of Rosh Chodesh. The key mention of history of the album which John essentially mentioned in the album. The first one, Galia died in the Tali. Rishon died to the Shlomin. You revealed that in your mind that you prayed of the first one was for replacement of the one of the weekday, the day before. I will compare Rosh Chodesh Shneim, but if this Rosh Chodesh was 2 days, Lo Etzvam Mincha Biyom, you missed Mincha Biyom Rishon Shal Rosh Chodesh or Rosh Chodesh. If the Tzarech L'Gaz the spell Irish time, you have to do 2 marks. Lo Hiskir Rishon Yal Yav, they mentioned the first one Yal Yav. And Tzarech L'Gaz the spell, you wouldn't have to go back and repray. The lack of Raya means the Bishvil Tashlumin spell, so there's no proof that we did because of it Tashlumin. That's why you didn't do the first one and you did do the second one. Because even if you were doing it for the first one, for the Tashlumin was for the one before, that prayer also had a Yalav. So there's no real reason why you wouldn't be saying Yalav, just if you forgot. So there's no reason why you can't forget one and not the other. What cause of Achanim, right? This is from the Taz in the Chaim. The Mashakos of Ramal, the Ramal says, the Imlo Hiski Rishon, if you didn't mention this first one, or Hiski Rishon mentioned the second one, so you have to repeat. Hanimila Besam Tolim in Stam. Abalim Kim Beferish Rishon L'Shem Kova, Bashin L'Tashlumin Yotz. But if you say Beferish, first one is for Kova and the second one is for Tashlum, then it would be Yotz even if you did it for in the wrong order. You said no Yalav in one and Yas Yalav in the second one. Okay. Immobility out of some people. I'm Mr. Burlick, Mr. Berura. Time reason is I'm just time look at their time. Because of right. The was in the mission is five the spouse time. Someone has to pray 2 prayers. Your mission the first day. She must see the number of Talmud. And you start saying Matalmud. I knew she shot off the spell mental by Yom Shell. If I start forgot to say mental on the day, which is for earlier. The directly spell the air time has to pray 2 days of the highest group name Talmud and mentioned by Rosam but Talmud. Below his group Shona his group I didn't mention the first one, you mentioned the second one. Kolda no who promotion much was gone, it's told in it like it says here you have to pay. Well Odgas Sham further it says over there. The Imlo his group if you didn't mention the second one, you have to respond with Torah the double the Yafna. You should go back and replay in a Torah the double and stipulate them in Kaiva he respond to the Chavas if I'm obligated to pray, then there should be from my obligation and obligated to the if not should be from my Nadava if you skip Talmud. L'chein class of Shari Chuvah, someone says the Shari Chuvah Shem Mordechai. In the Mishnah Berurah, I attacked the story, and the Mishnah Berurah copied over that here. Potter, Nation, East, Kamel, Kamel, many Rachonim, Rishovim, Kaprikodesh, Rishovim, Kaprikodesh, Vidava, Kamarab, Vidava, Kamarab, one that does like Master does, and one that does like Master does, it's meaning it's fine. You could do either way. You could repeat and make a stipulation, or you could not repeat it because there's a lot of people holding Kaprikodesh. Imlo Hiski B'Shem, if you don't mention both of them, then it'd be a fine. At time, the Bear Level says. The Imbikachim HaKodesh Blood. The reason is that you can't do work sanctify the Kodesh at night. Because the Kam B'Sim Tav Kabeis, it says later on Sim Tav Kabeis. And therefore, at Marv, it's not such a big deal if you don't say Yal Yal. Oto Agav Rhythm Kobo. Otima Mimash Shakatzah Shell Rosh Kodesh time. Aside from what it says, you do a Shkodesh too. What's the name to say? Kol Mashakos is a guy as well. Everything which said is a God. Kos of the Kol, what's written in the Kol. Kos of Mashakos is a God. Except for what the God says, the Mitzvah time from Shkodesh you do to Shkodesh. Zui the local Kol, that's not like the Kol. The Kol so that the Fila ain't no master from Shkodesh Bishnia. And the Kol don't mention the Shkodesh by the second one. Bahani Arba Tevos, Berishona, V'lo Bishnia. And these 4 words of Berishona, V'lo Bishnia, if you do it in the first one and on the second one, Oshikasa Bekobo, Charles Soper. Okay. And these four words of the first one you pray and the second one you didn't do, um, O are all those four words, and the added O would all, if you don't have the first case, you don't add an O to that. So all those four words are in the kol, which are written in the kol, they're really just those. The needs to sham the Moshe there says there Moshe the common sim of phase the tacto sham as the kol and the copy that the kol. Same book sham the Moshe sim is given there Moshe Imasha kol the kol sham from that which he argues on there. Because who the look at ties with Simmons and death, all this non like ties with Simmons. And Tati me safe for my Mordecai, be safe in Shalom, I copied over my Mordecai and Shalom. Ladina in Nafkamina, because then Nadine does not Nafkamina from all this, the Allah, her mother looks like her mother, that commotion, shape it sounds to be same. Upon him, it says name upon him. Bisiv cotton of Mishna Bra, and Sib Cotton Kalav, and Mishna Bra, you do have to pray to Yahweh Biavos. In both the real one and the Tashlim. Tavlo his Baal Mincha Shabbos, if you made a mistake in the Prim Mincha on Shabbos. Mismal Moses Shabbos, Sam Shachol, you pray Moses Shabbos to a full. Mavdal Bishon, Vein Mavdal Bashni, you do Mavdal Hadal on the first one, you don't do Hadal on the second one. Bimbo his the Bishon, Bimbo Bashni, if you didn't do Hadal on the first one, but you did in the second one, Shnia also low. The second one works, then Bishon also, the first one doesn't work for him. And you would have to just repeat. Bim Hivdil Bashnem, if you did Hadal on both of them, or Lo Hivdil Bashnem, or you didn't do Hadal on both of them, then it will be okay. Ein of Inam Abdul, Mishum Talach, the Havdalah died by Machas, but the Havdalah is enough to say one time. Mashenkim B'Shabbos and Rosh not B'Shabbos. The Kodesh Torah Hatkin B'Chol Skills, you to say it in all prayers. Al Kain Patel we said Kodim the Misfal Shal Shabbos Shal Rosh Chodesh time. Therefore we said by you pray two of Shabbos and two of Rosh Chodesh, but Havdalah you just have to do one, so only one prayer needs to have Havdalah. If it's the first one, that's fine. Now the second one is needed. Also, that doesn't work for him. The Miboile like the Mitzvah Shat the Bereisha, you need if he did first the non-Havdalah. Second, yes, Havdalah. So the problem is he needs to first do the obligated one bit first. Who Gila David Daito, he's real the stats, just found Rishon with their Shlomo, they prayed the first one actually for their Shlomo, and the Latain Star, because he didn't say Havdalah. The Latain Star applies to this problem, there are Achas, their Shlomo below Havdalah, therefore he has to pray one more for their Shlomo without Havdalah. Achim, keep him in Machshab, so Rishon L'Chayuva, however, if he intended in his mind that the person should be for Chayuv, this is from the Magen Avraham with their Chaim, Graj, Chayam, Chayazim, Lokataz. Yeah. Mashahibah Havdalah, Haya B'Dalah, since he flipped Havdalah was a mistake. And the Shagag was Palam, Milon is Gavin, calm. And he made a mistake and he didn't intend at all. And so he wouldn't have to repeat because he had intended this to be the Chulin that way. In fact, he says Havdalah was made. If he made Havdalah, called the Bestam is holding Stama, but Lim Haya B'Dait with the Farish Rishon the Shlomo, near the Loyatsu. And if you have a Farish that the first one which should be for earned payments, even if you did Havdalah on the first one, not on the second one, still it would still be no good. It's in the early round. Below his Billy didn't make Havdalah. She ain't close to Bishvil Chazakar, so Havdalah Bishvil you don't go back because we mentioned of Havdalah in the prayer. Oil be able the Amr al close you can say on wine and Havdalah. Moshe goes to Simon Race on Havdalah, I'm going to say and say Race on Havdalah. Bimach Gaftav called him his deal on the coast. Afterwards, he made a mistake before making Havdalah on the coast, on the wine, and he ate or something. Shouldn't have Shavi the Kamala and the Shorah has was ball. Now we pass them. Since you missed both Havdalahs and you broke them both, so now you have to go back and repray. We can welcome also the tefillah. The shlumin still works the tefillah for prayer. Even to Mishash Yitzvah, the shlumin shabbos hayafat mikol v'sha'ada. Since the time when you prayed the shlumin prayer, it was good. Part from the obligation, which was now Shari Hayah goes to the fun because the cup was in front of him. We could have made Havdalah, Rav Shal Yidish Shatah. But just because he ate something, now he becomes chai because he broke the Havdalah rules. Now have to repray. But really, he was able to have made Havdalah and have no problems. The prayer was going to be good, but he changed it. So the Shlomo still was at a time when it was located. We had a good prayer. You know, so this double mincha of Shabbos, you forgot the mincha of Shabbos. V'yispal m'shmona esrei below his Shal Shabbos, and you prayed Shmona Esrei, you didn't mention Shal Shabbos in mincha. V'yispal l'mot Shabbos time, you do l'mot Shabbos too. V'einam mavdal b'shir, you don't do Havdalah on the second one. V'yispal also b'toras nedav, you should do it in toras nedav. V'einam tzarach l'kadish b'dav, you don't have to add anything. Let's see the Mishnah for him. Mot Shabbos time, Mot Shabbos Bittu. Yesh was a machlok at the Tosa Hashem Marie. There's a machlok at the Tosa in the name of the Reed. Sphere Lahu, they hold the answer of the Chaz of the Shkil, so you don't have to go back to this. The Hakavar is called Shlomo, you already prayed from Nelson Rosh Hashanah. Ulo Shal Shabbos, just forgot Shal Shabbos. Because Yashlam is Pal Shlomo Esrei, Ulo Hisker Shal Shabbos. So when you do Hashlama, and you're going to pray Shlomo Esrei, not mention Shal Shabbos, my Reveal is that the Shlomo is held to the Hashlama, because you're anyway not going to say Shal Shabbos. Wir kochen wir Proninza, wir kochen wir Proninza holden. The Masha is foul, which Mones, the fresh Mones, and Blow Shabbos, Low Shabbos, have a you low as foul cause if you didn't pray at all. Give it low also get into the proper rules. Valkin, if we are posting Shias, if foul, definitely your phone will get you should go back and repray. Source and doctor is up, and double answer on Friday, you don't have to do a fetish. Given Shias, the Barton, and Shias, the Rosh, it's all Friday, this found inside of this, since it's logically should go back and repray inside of this. And the fetish not to go, there's no fetish which is greater than this, to fulfill that opinion, and you're making sure you got all the sides. That you don't need to finish. Mitaris and Dami should open it Dava. I know she asked me the Yom, that means you stipulate and say, this one the prima godam, in 5 and you Harry Zel Kobas, if I'm obligated this for my obligation, if not, Harry Zel and the Dava, this for my Dava. I'm prima godam, look at the prima godam, who wasn't it? Go Suffolk plug to the Rabbi, so same thing by all Suffolk plug to Makokas of Rabbanon. You swam in the Dava, you pray for the Dava. If it's an eye, she hey safe Suffolk plug to Mam position specific on condition that there's to be a real Suffolk Machlok, real Suffolk of opinions. Lo Yasu naked Rabbin, Lo Yachal naked Rabbin, not just a single opinion, not just the majority, Lo Kad naked Gadol, not a small opinion, opposite a bigger opinion. Lo Azdina Kumos Suffolk name is found, therefore it's in the Suffolk if you prayed. The help of someone comes down. Follow what you said earlier in Savannah, Simon Kavdan Kavat. Shabbos beyond the name is followed to the subject, and Shabbos and Yom we can't pray a prayer which is the subject. The Echias, and how could you stipulate the aim of being in the Zav Shabbos, you're not allowed to bring him in the Zav on Shabbos. So we love the Simon Kavdan, and Simon Kavdan. And the Anas will have to follow Mot Shabbos, if he was forced, he couldn't pray Mot Shabbos, prayer is probably Yom Stage, feels the prayer in the morning, two prayers. Achas the Kavdan, the Sum, one for prayer, one for the Shlomim. Below Yomer at the Chonantan, don't say at the Chonantan. Not Bish, so he didn't make a doll. Thank God for Knesset Dola, for Shem Red Vaz, he asked for Knesset Dola, says the name of Red Vaz. Because of Magen Avraham, some race on his own, Shalo Yada, Sami doesn't know the reason for this. Magen Avraham says, in some Mishnah, he doesn't know the reason for this. And Shem there. The Sefer Magen Avraham, the head to ask Tommy, the Sefer Magen Avraham copies over the reason me menu, the Zella Shon, some of this language over there. I feel what I'm going to do, in Tzach Lomer Atzah, don't even make a doll, still in Sefer Atzah, don't give it Shachayim. Since he is obligated to make a dollar, the davar sheyesh lo takana. They didn't make the shlumin for something which has a takana for it. But given she'at takanantana yesh lo tashtei to takana to havdalah in lo tashlumin. Since now there's already a takana for at takanantana with havdalah, they didn't say they didn't make a tashlumin for it, so we don't have to repeat it. And even though you're going to repeat it in the morning, even though you have to repeat the prayer, but you don't have to repeat the havdalah, since it already has a fix for it. Okay, or say that you want to say. Although you have to do if you need to have both them be this is the bear law for the next one. Mission the common similar as delicate parts and they run similar to dollar, symbol have to in Masuna so that if you don't do a dollar, you don't go back. So if you missed both of them have dollar, there's no proof of what you meant in terms of Tashlumin, which was Tashlumin, which was not, and also in regards to the prayers, they're fine. If you don't do a dollar in prayer, it's okay as long as you make sure to make it on the